So earlier we had got the news that Sam Howell will be officially Washington Commanders Week 1 starter and the starter for the 2023 season. Now let's hear from the actual horse's mouth, Sam Howell, on how he feels about being named the starter. Let's get straight to it.
After 20 years, you know we back on. No more Snyder, more McLaurin. One full with the passion, you know we scoring. FedEx field bag lit, no it is not boring. John Allen lead the troops, yeah you know we storming. Burgundy and gold in my veins, yeah I bleed that. St. Jude saw the ball, grab a pig, yeah I need that.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, we're going to be listening to quarterback Sam Howell's press conference after he has been officially named the quarterback one for the Washington Commanders. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new content like this to the channel. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Let's get straight to it.
For the opportunity that coach has given me. So just shout out to Coach Rivera for just believing in me and always trusting me really since I got here. So I just shout out to him and just all my coaches. EB, Tavita, Zampezi, just Luke, all the guys, Jacoby. There's been so many guys here that have helped me in my development and my career that have ultimately led to the position I'm in today. So really just a shout out to all those guys.
Was there a point during this process where you just felt like, I've got this. I can be the starter here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm always confident in my abilities, and I'm always confident in my ability just to come out here and perform and do well for this football team. But I think just throughout camp, I think every single day I've gotten better and more comfortable, and I feel like I'm in a really good place right now with the offense, and I feel really good going out there every single day, and I feel good about my chances to go out there and execute.
And again, I want to say this. I said it earlier, and I said it multiple times since we talked about Sam Howell potentially being the quarterback #1. I said this is the first time, at least in my lifetime, that I feel like the fan base is behind one guy. Like, typically, you'll have the fan base split. Some people are high on a quarterback. Some people are super low on a quarterback. But for the first time, I feel like everybody is behind Sam Howell. Like, everybody believes in Sam Howell. Like, the only people that don't believe in Sam Howell are the people that are just scared to trust him because they've been down this road before. But other than that, everybody is behind this guy. And that is just an amazing thing, and that gives him much more confidence that he has a fan base that actually believes in him.
What did Ron say to you and Jacoby this morning?
Yeah, I mean, I think he told both of us that he was going to announce it today. But he just told me that he was excited for me and that he believes in me and that he trusts me. So just to hear those words come from him, it means a lot. He's a great guy, great coach. He's been around the game for a long time. So just to have his support and his confidence in me means a lot.
Where do you feel like you took the biggest strides?
Yeah, I mean, I just think I'm so much more comfortable than I was, especially last year. I have a year under my belt. I didn't play the whole year, but just being here that year and learning so much, I feel like I've learned so much from a mental standpoint, and I feel really comfortable going into this year.
And again, definitely the mental aspect of it is amazing. As we know, Sam Howell has all the tangibles in the world: arm strength, accuracy on his passes, athleticism. We know he has all the on-field talent, but the mental part of it is where a lot of young quarterbacks lack, and that is the downfall of a lot of young quarterbacks. With Sam Howell, it seems like he gets it, and it was a blessing in disguise that he did not have to play until Week 18 last year. A lot of people wish they could come into a situation where they don't have to play and they could just mentally soak up the game. Some quarterbacks are thrusted in the game right away, and that could be bad for the development. Other guys thrive, so it's definitely a situation where I believe Sam Howell was set up for success, and now he's going to be able to go out there and prove it.
When you say you're comfortable going into this year, what specific parts of the offense, or where do you see that show up the most?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a confidence thing. Like, when I step out on the field, like, I'm confident in my abilities, I'm confident in the offense, I'm confident in my teammates, and I'm confident in the system. And so when I'm confident in all those types of things, I can just go out there and just be myself and play free and play fast. And I feel like that's what I've been doing the past few weeks. So I feel really good about it.
Where do you feel like the quick game is at?
Yeah, quick game is awesome. I love that kind of part of the offense that we have, and it makes my job easy, kind of getting the ball out of my hands fast. And we have some really good weapons on the outside, and that's a way to get the ball in their hands really fast. So that's one of my favorite parts of the offense.
Ron was saying that the approach he kind of took was it was your job to lose. And so what was it like, knowing that you kind of had to live up to those expectations day after day and just kind of putting that out of sight?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't really think about it. I just tried to do everything I could to come out here each and every day and just try to be the best player I could be. I wasn't really worried about anyone else's expectations except for my own. I have very high standards for myself. And so I just came out here every single day trying to be the best that I could. And if I make a mistake, just try to learn from it. And so from a mindset standpoint coming into this, it really wasn't anything different than what I'm used to.
And what have you made of the progress of the offensive line, or where do you kind of feel like that's out as a group?
Yeah, I was very pleased with their performance in Baltimore. I thought there were some things in the Cleveland game we could have done a better job of, and I could have helped them guys. Like the one sack we had in Cleveland was my fault. So I got to do a better job of helping those guys. But I was very pleased with their performance in Baltimore. I thought they did a really good job, and they're starting to learn how to play together. And once they do that, they're going to be really good.
Quickly, I just want to jump in and say I love that. A big thing that makes a team want to get behind one quarterback is that their ability to take accountability. A lot of quarterbacks, especially young quarterbacks, they lack that. So to see a team see their quarterback taking accountability at a young age is going to just make them want to go out there and play much harder for them. Exactly, because there are some young guys out there, ego too big, that they don't want to take accountability. They don't want to be like, hey, it's my fault, that's on me. They wanted to blame everybody else. Sam Howell's a team player, and Sam Howell is showing it right there that he's a guy that can take accountability. He talked about the sack there in Cleveland. It was my fault. I got to be better than that. I got to help you guys out. Because everybody wanted to bash the offensive line. I was one of them, okay? I said the offensive line was terrible in the Cleveland game, but he said in Baltimore they were much better, and I'm excited to see what they can do this Monday night.
Everybody knows your story. You had great college career, high draft rankings, 5th-round pick. What does today personally mean for you?
Yeah, I mean, that means a lot, of course. I mean, just to have this opportunity in front of me means everything to me, but I think all of my work is ahead of me, and I know this is only the beginning, and I know I have a lot of work in front of me, and that's what I'm kind of focused on right now.
Sam, what would you say you did throughout last season that prepared you to be able to grow throughout OTAs, throughout training camp that Ron was talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing just going through last year was just trying to have a positive mindset. It was really the first time in my life where I wasn't playing, and so just trying to attack every day still with the same mindset like I was playing, so I could get that experience and have that experience under my belt going into this year. And really, it's just a credit to the coaches. Coach Zampese did a really good job last year in helping me in my development. Even though I wasn't playing, he still put so much time into me, and he was committed to me. And so I thank him so much for that. Then just going into this offseason, just trying to take advantage of this opportunity that I have, and just trying to sharp up every part of my game.
Sam, Coach Rivera said one of the things that he liked about you was that you have a really even keel. You don't get too high, too low. When did you kind of first figure out that that was your approach, that you were kind of able to stay the same mentally and in your approach?
Great question.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably say this is kind of how I've always been. Ever since I was a kid, and as far as I can remember playing sports, I've always kind of been that way, and that's something that my dad kind of taught me when I was young, especially when you're playing this position. Things are going to go well, things are going to go bad, but at the end of the day, people are looking at you. And so you got to just focus on what's next and focus on your teammates and trying to get everyone ready for what's next, whether something good or bad happen. It's always about what's next, and that's kind of always been my mindset.
Shout out to Sam Howell's dad for instilling that in him. Okay, as we know, playing a quarterback, you have to have a short memorization. Playing cornerback, you have to have a short memorization. Playing pitcher in Major League Baseball, just baseball in general, you have to have a short memorization because at some point I'm going to give up a hit. I'm going to give up a home run. How am I going to let that affect me? I'm going to blow it off. I'm going to move on to the next pitch because I know it's a part of the game. Football, I know I'm going to give up an interception as a quarterback at some point, but am I going to let that affect my whole game after that? No, I got to move on. I got to have a short clock. I got to have a short memory as a cornerback. I'm going to get beat, but I'm going to get beat in one-on-one situations at some point. I'm going to be able to play defense, and a wide receiver just make that much better of a catch. Can I bounce back? Can I have a short memory? Can I line up again and do it over? Am I going to be able to not dwell on past situations? Sam Howell shows that ability. Shout out to his pops for that.
How would you describe kind of your leadership style, and is it going to change at all, or is it going to push you being named the starter?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it really changes anything. Obviously, I try to do everything I can to make sure my group of guys is ready to go. And I think the main thing with leadership is it starts with having relationships with your teammates and knowing everybody and knowing what gets everybody on your team motivated. And so I've learned kind of who my guys are on offense are this year, and I think by learning who they are, I can lead them how I need to lead them. And I think I've done a good job of that, and I'll continue to do that.
Sam, you've been around a good mix of veteran quarterbacks so far during your time in the NFL. Coach Rivera mentioned Jacoby also kind of helping mentor you. What have you been able to take away from him in your short time to getting to know him?
Yeah, he's awesome. I definitely got really lucky to have a guy like that in my corner. He came here. Obviously, he came here to compete, and he's done a really good job. But not only from him coming here competing, he's also here trying to help me. He's been an awesome guy to have. He's been an awesome friend to me. We have a great relationship, so I'm just super thankful to have a guy like that in the locker room.
And then I saw you throwing the ball with De'Ami Brown on the field after practice. You guys have obviously come a long way together. Have you had a moment with De'Ami that's kind of talk about a little bit where you've come from?
Nah, not yet. I'm definitely gonna talk to him probably when we get close to the season. I'm just so proud of De'Ami and what he's been through in his life, and just we both used to talk about things like this, talk about playing in the NFL together. And now we're both kind of achieving our dreams. So we're super excited, just to be here together. Great guy, great friend of mine. So it's just a blessing that we're doing this together. So appreciate it, guys.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so you officially heard from quarterback one. Obviously, we knew he was quarterback one, but it feels good to be officially the quarterback one. It's out on the news. It's out on the roster. QB1 is Sam Howell, ladies and gentlemen. Great hearing from him as always, and I'm super excited. I cannot wait to see what he does this season. I'm hoping for a big year for One Fool. But with that being said, it's me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. See ya next time. I'm out. Peace.